Assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
Alhamdulillah.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Welcome everyone. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا اغفر لنا ولوالدينا وللمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم نور قلوبنا وعقولنا بنور الإيمان والقرآن والإسلام. ربنا افرغ علينا صبرا وثبت أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. ربنا افرغ علينا صبرا وتوفنا مسلمين. وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم. ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وأنت خير الراحمين. آمين آمين يا أرحم الراحمين. آمين. Inshallah, we will continue studying the 20th word about the miracles of the prophets mentioned in the Quran. What are we going to do with them? How can we benefit from them? If they are narrated in the Quran, but all the events happened in the past and they are miraculous events that we have no trace of them, how can we really bring these narrations in the Quran into our life? Because we know by definition that the Quran is the speech of the creator of all the universe, including all humankind. And it says, I'm here to guide you, human beings, to help you to act in this world according to your nature, the way I created, so that you will be happy, you will really enjoy your life, and you won't have any worries about anything happens to you, especially about your future. So we have to take it to ourselves. For example, inshallah, we are going to start reading the verse mentioning about the miracle of the Prophet Adam in the Quran, which as far as the scenario, presentation of the scenario is concerned, this event took place in paradise, which is definitely beyond our capacity to trace the reality of it in physical terms. But of course, we have to understand that the creator and also of the universe and human beings, and also creator of human feelings, human capacity, intelligence, consciousness, all the human capacities, is speaking to us in a wise way, as we see that his creation is full of wisdom. It means there is nothing contradicts in its existence, that it is created for nothing or in an unwise way, useless. Well, we understand that the one who created the universe with perfect wisdom, his speech also must be full of wisdom, perfect wisdom. And it must directly address to me. So let's start from the verse, from section 2, Baqarah, and verse number 31. And the verse says, he taught Adam the names, all of them. We frequently refer this word names. It is very important. Within the context of the Quran, names is not, as we understand it, the proper names of all the things we name them with a word. Within the context of the Quran, the names always refer to in the name of Allah. For example, Bismillah, Bismillah, in the name of Allah. Now, Ism, the same plural form of Esma, is mentioned in this word, all the names. So, in the name of Allah means in His name, and whatever we are doing, whatever we are thinking, when we say Bismillah, in the name of God, we should mean one of the names, or at least one, but maybe more, of the names of the Creator, manifested in this action, and I am encountering with the manifestation of the name of its Creator. For example, if I'm eating something delicious, I will say Laziz, or the Creator gives the taste to it. He created this by giving taste to it. So we say Bismillah means, this is from my Creator as one manifestation of His grace to me. So if I am doing anything, again, I am expected to see the manifestation of the names of the Creator on that particular action, and also in my desire to obtain something. I will get it from my Creator. So this consciousness is necessary. So in this case, names means definitely in the Quran, which is very famous among the Muslim population, Asma'ul Husna, all these perfect names of perfection. It means everywhere, at every time, at any time, the same quality is manifested in the existence of every single being. This means this quality must have come from an absolute quality of the Creator of the universe, who is the Creator of the whole universe, not a part of it. And every single being is manifesting, reflecting His quality. So when I am interacting with them, even by sight, seeing them, what am I seeing? Manifestation of the qualities of the Creator. Everything has different combination of manifestations of the qualities, but ultimately everything is the result of His choice. So by saying that I taught Adam the names, all of them, the Quran is saying, your forefather, means you inherit from him. That is how the creation is taking place. A tree dies, and from the seed, we see this approximately similar, very similar qualities of that tree manifests again itself in the new tree. So we are the progenies of the Adam as a representative, as the first prophet. Also, we can talk about it in a minute. He taught Adam, and it means you inherited it. It means you have the same qualities as well in your creation, in your potentiality. So be careful. Don't waste your potentiality, because they are the names entrusted on you by your Creator, manifestation of the names of your Creator. So treat them honestly, justly, use them properly as they are supposed to be used, and do not deviate from the names. As the Quran says, don't deviate the names of God. يلحدون بأسمائهم يلحدون في أسمائهم يلحدون في أسمائهم. They are those people who interpret the universe in such a way that they don't attribute to qualities manifested in these things to anything other than the creator of the universe. They are just deviating it, really, if you like, heinously, consciously, taking them out of their direction, reality, and making up a word, imaginary, speculative language. Maybe there is something in it, intrinsic in it, instinct. They say, what is instinct? The way they are created. What is instinct? When you see the computer, it is working instinctively. But it's ridiculous because it is made in this way. Otherwise, machine is machine matter. At the end, if you look at the universe, they are all made out of matter. Now, this fundamental elements of the universe is matter. That is why God creates everything in contrast. Out of soil, plants come. Out of a minute cell, everything is written on it, and whatever the cell of anything, it is created out of it. The information is already there, created by its creator, demonstrating that I know what I am going to do. It means manifestation of his quality, all knowing is there. I know what whatever this cell has in its behind, and in the future time, what is going to be created out of this cell. All these really realities nowadays are deviated from their real reality into accident, by itself, naturally. So this is a disaster, and disaster is a big crime to the owner of the universe, because insulting him as if he has not created it, the things are happening. They are really trying to, if you like, dethrone the rububiyyah, the lordship, the sustainership of his creatorship of their creator. That is the biggest crime that human beings ever committed, to my understanding. There may be a war unjustly declared, and innocent people may be killed. It's a crime, great crime. But the biggest ever crime committed by human beings is to ignore the creator, to ignore the owner of the universe, and saying that everything owns by in itself, owns itself. So nonsense. But unfortunately, abusing the order of the universe, taking that, this is automatically happening like this, like a machine working in an order. They say, the machine is working by itself. But machine, the fundamental elements of machine are nothing but matter. They cannot do anything unless they are arranged in this way. They are made and organized, designed in the way that they are functioning. Otherwise, They wouldn't. So they abuse the order of the universe and says that everything naturally happening like this. It's a ridiculous, but it is the biggest crime. So Quran says, look, you are given the tools to understand, to realize that the qualities manifested in the things when you study them, when you investigate them, are nothing but manifestations of its creator, and you have to use, I equipped you with the qualities to realize, to recognize that they cannot happen by itself. They cannot happen, oh, this stupid word to me, really, really very meaningless, naturally. They are, you will understand that they are the qualities of the one who created you with the tools to recognize them. I think this is the formula. You can communicate with them. You are, for example, you are the signs of infinite power of the creator that I can recognize. So you are created by the one who created me. This connection is really established, tied up by teaching human beings the quality of recognition, recognizing what is going on in the universe. So we can benefit from the universe and understand that this universe is nothing but a present to me from my creator, introducing himself to me. Now, this is the verse is teaching. Let's see what author is really saying, and we can follow his reasoning. It is very beautiful that what I have been talking about is extracted from what I read from his writings here before coming here and moderating this. Inshallah, we will continue. So, in this verse, and he taught Adam the names, all of them, which says, Adam's, peace be upon him, greatest miracle in the question of the supreme vicegerency was the teachings of the names. Like the miracle of the other prophets, each allude to a particular human wonder, the miracle of Adam, who was the father of all the prophets, and the inauguration of the office of prophethood. Now, in fact, inauguration of the office of prophethood, employment by the Creator to guide human beings how to connect the ties between human qualities in the creation of human being, which we call it spirit. The human spirit has these qualities, are given these qualities, so that I can really understand, realize who my owner is, and connecting my existence to the universe, I understand, the same creator. So whoever is manifesting his absolute names in them, whoever is manifesting his, again, the tools to acknowledge the absolute names in my spirit, in my human side, are the same, is the same. So I am, in this world, a creature of the owner of the universe. What a great honor. I disdain to worship nothing. Everything belongs to him. I present my thankfulness, grace to him, and I worship him, which means I identify. Worship means acknowledging who my owner is, identifying myself as one of his creatures. So I am his guest in this world. He created me here. Why did I ask him? So it is a great honor to be the guest of the owner of the universe, not the president of a country or America, for example. No, owner of the universe. I am his guest here. Even the state or whatever is a guest in its house. If they knew it, inshallah, they will. So teaching of the names, like the miracles of the inauguration of the office of prophet that we are reading here, points almost explicitly to the final points of all human beings. The final points of all human beings, attainment and human attainment and progress. So when I investigate the universe, whatever I find, any quality which is worth to be praised, oh, there is something here, useful, very wise, I can benefit from it. However, I say, oh, the perfect design, oh, beautiful, for example, I love that. For example, all human attainment and progress and humanity's final goal is to acknowledge through the tools which are given to human beings, the honor of this quality, which is praiseworthy. Alhamdulillah, praiseworthy, hamd worthy, belongs to the creator of the universe. That is the fundamental mission of prophethood. And that is the fundamental responsibility of human beings to acknowledge, to benefit from this prophetic mission. Through the tongue of allusion, alluding to something else by talking about a particular name, Adam. Almighty God, may his glory be exalted, is saying with this verse, O sons of Adam. Again, this not from Adam, the author transferred the language, the sons of Adam. Why? Quran does the same thing. Quran teaches the same thing. And also, my father had some sort of qualities, but I am like him, somehow, not exactly, but like, similar. So he was seeing, I am seeing as well. He was hearing, he was speaking, he was breathing, he was enjoying, or he had fears and he didn't like something. Exactly the same qualities inherited in me. Yeah, I'm using it within my own capacity through my free will. My father used it, my mother used it with their own capacity, with their free will. But we use the same elements. So it is not only the miracle of Adam and this particular person mentioned in the Quran, it is me as well. Sons of Adam. Yeah, Beni Adam is very, very Quranic expression. Since as a proof of their superiority, the sons of Adam's superiority over the angels in the question of the vicegerency. Now, we have to understand this. We are not in competition when we read the story as narrated in the Quran. Who is better? Who is better? Angels or human beings? No. In the question of vicegerency, who will represent the manifestations of God's creators qualities in its existence in the fullest sense, angels or human beings, rather than competing, the Quran teaches us, you have all my qualities to acknowledge, to use them as tools to acknowledge the manifestation of all my qualities in the creation. Angels, one of them. This is vicegerency. Rather than saying that we are superior above angels or angels are inferior to us, it is meaningless competition to me, fruitless. There is no benefit understanding it in this way. This is the way that God is teaching us as caliph, vicegerent. You have, in the other verses also, Quran refers to this reality. You have a great responsibility because your potentiality is limitless. Now, you cannot say that I can be like an angel. Now, what does it mean? God employed me in one position to fulfill, to execute one mission, and I'm perfect. Yes, angels are perfect because they are given this quality. Whereas human beings are given the qualities, all the perfections of the God's qualities manifested in creation. I have to acknowledge it. That is why the Quran says, it's a big quality. What was the verse? I'm trying to remember the verse. We offer the responsibilities to the responsibility of emane, a trust, which is God gave us the packet in our spirit, the packet of tools, including all tools to acknowledge the names of God. The package, this emane. And everything is really shrunk from it. Keep away, how do you say, a baina. No, I cannot take it. It's too much in its creation. Not literally, of course. Within the capacity, everyone says, no, I cannot really know all the qualities of the Creator. I know only one. I am given the one tool, that is angel. But human being took it. وحملها الإنسان إنا عرضنا الأمانة على السماوات والأرض وعلى الجبال والأرض فأبينها فحملها الإنسان. I think the verse is this. So somebody, I think, narrated it. Overwhelming. I was looking for the thank you for not okay, well, thank you, but I was trying to remember Abaina. They avoided, maybe it's better, they avoided to take it because I cannot really take it. No, I can't. But human quality, but not verbally. Don't misunderstand this allegoric teaching of the reality. We shouldn't really say. We have to understand that Quran mostly speaks by using the figure of speeches, different figure of speeches, so that we can visualize them. So we understand that human capacity says, "Now I have it." Angel's capacity said, "No, I don't have it." That's that simple. I taught your forefather all the names. You too, since you are his sons, children, progenies, and the inheritors of his abilities, should learn all the names. Should learn all the names, the ability, the potentialities with us. But I have to practice it and make it a practical capacity that I am able to do that. For example, if a person doesn't know how to read and write, his potentiality of learning how to read and write is within himself. But unless he studies, works on it, unless he learns it, he cannot really have the capacity. So we have to utilize it, practice it. And, okay, should learn all the names, and in our potentialities is there, but I have to make it come up. And in your position as holder of the supreme trust, that is the word supreme trust, I was trying to understand in Radnar, emanete, this el-emane in the supreme trust. Demonstrate before all creatures your worthiness. You can take up within your created capacity this vicegerency position. It means I can understand in my existence, as if my spirit is saying, I have this capacity, I can do it, if only human beings use their free will so that they can turn this potentiality, human potentiality, spirit potentiality, into practice. So we have to work on it. For the way is open to you to rise the exalted rank, such as holding the highest position over all beings in the universe. Now, again, we should never, ever understand this language. I am higher than the others are my slaves. No. In your potentiality, you are given more, if you like, responsibility than the others. If you use them, you will be really worthy of this higher position. That you utilized all this supreme trust, the trusted qualities, so that you are worthy. So who wins the Nobel Prize? The one who makes the pick in the subject in his time, whatever his topic subject is. So he is worthy the Nobel Prize. In his profession, it doesn't mean that he is the best man in the world. No, in his profession. That is why we cannot really use this kind of language. In the Quran also uses this kind of languages as competition between creatures. We are superior to others, so the others should be our slaves. I can do whatever they want with anything in the world, and I can treat the tree. If I like, I can cut it. Yeah, you are given the free will to do that. But of course, you will be responsible. Why did you cut it? Why? Did you read the manifestations of its creators on it and benefit from its fruits? Or just being egotistic or arrogant? I can cut anything because I am superior. This is nonsense, of course. We have to understand that. And it is obvious that in our nature, if we do something meaningless for no reason, just exercise our narcissism. I am superior. So this psychological disease is not superiority. It is inferiority, weakness. It means we failed in our responsibility. And for vast creatures, like the earth to be subjected to you. Now, subjected to mean what does it mean? I can use the universe in order to fulfill the responsibility of my supreme trust, which is tools of recognition of it is source of existence. It means the creator. I think we really talked about a lot. Okay. For now, we can, I'm ready to listen to any comments, anything you would like to share or questions so far. Anytime you can interrupt me. You know that this is the principle of this discussion. Come on, step forward. Go ahead. Adhere to all my names and rise. Now, adhering to all my names and rising where? Now, I understood, I studied something. Let's say there is order in its existence. There is measurement in its existence. I see another thing, there is measurement in its existence. Anything. And every creature, you see that in its existence, there is balance, there is well measured balance in its existence. Perfect. So adhere to all my names are, this demonstrates that all of the universe, everything in the universe, because as much as I investigated, everything is the same, manifesting the same thing. There is no need to go further, because I see the universe is working in a coherent way, in its whole order. Perfect. In a coherent way. I understand that there is no need to investigate even further. Why? Yeah, but if I can, I should. But if I cannot, I cannot say that, oh, there may be something in another galaxies that the things are not working in a the perfect measurement, balanced way. If it was, we all know that from the area we already experienced, everything would collapse. The whole machine cannot work. Now, I am using the keyboard in my computer, and everything works perfectly. Now, I say, this computer works perfectly. Did I really investigate everything in some way that there may be a broken piece or not a dysfunctioning piece, misfunctioning piece in it? Otherwise, the machine is a whole in its entirety. It must have its own coherence. One part doesn't work, and the whole machine doesn't work properly. And it becomes a problem. For example, nowadays they make the computers or all machines actually in a limited or in a way that they will last for a limited period, so that they will need to, they will get used to it, they will be dependent on it, and then they will buy a new model one. As the old models are just trashed away. This is the trick of this people who study the universe, not in the name of its creator, but in order to impose their egoistic caprices. That is why they play this trick. They want to exploit human labor for their own benefit. This is dishonest treatment of the universe. Now, in the universe, billions of years, the order never collapsed. Never. Everything is created in a transient base, perfectly developing, and then dying, replacing or being replaced in a new creation. So the creator says, no, you cannot say that my power is enough only to create this present day universe. No, every time I can create a new universe. I am such an absolute being. You cannot imagine me. Now, inshallah, the universe is subjugated to us not to be misused, not to be abused, not to claim that I can do anything in this universe. The earth, I can do anything. I can pollute it. I can destroy anything because I am, the earth is my slave, as if. No, you can use the earth is, for example, let's take the earth is subjugated to me in order to do my responsibility, perform my responsibility to practice the qualities created within me, so that I will practice it and bring them out of their potential position into practical way, so that it will be my ability. Now, of course, the example in my potentiality we mentioned earlier on, I can learn how to read and write. That is in my potentiality. So when I learn how to do it, by investigating, using my qualities, and then I become able to write and read and write. That is why I am going to use the earth as a means of practicing, doing practice, exercise area, if you like, doing my exercises, as if using it as a laboratory for myself, so that I will benefit from it in order to fulfill the responsibility of the greatest trust, which is human spirit. Okay. Come on, step forward and adhere to all my names and rise. But your forefather, no, there is a but always, because we have free will. And when we are talking about human capacity, we should definitely remember, yes, I have free will. Yep, I have free will. I can choose this way or another way. That is why the other way, the other alternative, which is completely baseless, but it is a possibility that I may choose this imaginary way. That is why I need to be reminded, oh, not this one. This is your way. But your father was once deceived by Satan, temporarily fell to the earth from the position like paradise. It means when we realize the names of the Creator, I can attach my existence to the owner of the universe, all of them, all of the universe. So I will enjoy the beautiful feeling of my master, my Lord, my owner is the one who owns everything. That is elevation. Now, that is paradise. I am his guest. I love this word, guest. I am his guest. Now, this is paradise. He will treat me with his absolute qualities. I have no worry about anything. So his power is absolute, knowledge is absolute, wisdom is absolute, mercy is absolute. Justice, his being just, is absolute. So if I appreciate it, he will definitely reward me. That is the state of paradise. But beware, in your progress, don't follow Satan. What does Satan represent? What does we used to say Satan represent? Non-existent, not reality, wrong. Anything wrong, it means baseless. Satan, don't follow Satan. And from the heavens of divine wisdom, thus, if you follow Satan, you will fall into the misguidance of nature. What is nature? Imaginary world. Just a name of what we name. The nature of the machine is to do this and that, for example. That's not nature. It is designed in this way. What is nature? The way it is made. Don't be ridiculous. So, anyways, misguidance of nature. Nowadays, it's very famous. That's why I think the author has used this. Author has written this book almost a century ago. That time, word nature was in the tongue of every materialist, arrogant, misbelieving or disbelieving people. They used to use everything. This is natural. This is natural. This is how it is. This is how it is. You know, I'm using the keyboard and putting, for example, the escape button and change. It is natural. Why? If you put on this, always it happens in this way. It takes you back to the normal position from the full screen or previous, whatever. So this is natural. What is nature? It is made in this way. Don't be crazy. Don't be ungrateful to the engineer of the universe. It is the universe, actually, in our example, computer. Don't be ungrateful. So paradise means realizing I belong to the absolute one who holds, who has, who is, whose qualities are absolute. I am sure the universe belongs to him. I belong to him. As if being proud of being a guest of the owner of the universe. Can you imagine, for example, one day, I mean, it is a ridiculous, simple example, but people think that it is a big event. So you are invited to the White House in America, if you are living in America. And the president really welcomed you, have a breakfast or dinner with you, and so appreciated you, etc. Man, you never forget this day. This is just temporary. President, after 4 or 8 years later, no one will take notice of him. So it is a temporary thing. But for the moment, it is playing the role of administering the country role. So it is the politicians' roles. They have to perform it. That is their profession. It is nothing, really. I would not go. So to me, it's not worth it. But can you imagine one day in an honorable position, you were invited to an honorable status, and you never forget it. You keep mentioning about it. Can you imagine? You are always invited by your creator. But one condition, have you acknowledged him? Have you become aware that he is really the owner of every single being in the universe? That is what we are talking here, and that is what our responsibility is here on earth. So don't follow Satan. Okay with that. Continuously raising your continuously raising your head. It means don't get lost in matter, saying, oh, this is making this. This is making this. So don't lose yourself in matter, but raise your head as an honorable human being. The creator of this earth, for example, studying something. Let's say I'm studying a plant, how it is created and how it is functioning. And I see nothing but wisdom, balance, measurement, beauty, order, smelling, and everything points to its creator, rather than getting lost in the plant. Raise your head. Oh, the maker of this plant. You are the one who created the universe, because the plant is created, I know, within the context of the order of the whole universe, perfectly functioning. Raise your head to the creator and studying carefully God's most beautiful names. God's names. See the manifested names there. Make your sciences and your progress steps by which to ascend to those heavens. Heavens are the source of the qualities you found out in the existence of the things on earth. Quality is there. So this is the heavens. For example, when you see a beautiful piece of art, you cannot say that, the paint is accidentally happened to be beautiful there in the painting. So you don't say that, oh, paint, thank you. What you do, you raise your head and say, the artist of this paint, who are you? You are a very talented one. Look, you took your eyes out of the piece of art, and concluded about the qualities of the artist. Exactly. Even the most notorious atheist denies God and takes the pleasure of poisoning other innocent people's minds through social media. He must have something beautiful in his house. He can't say that this is beautiful by itself. Can you imagine? Even the animal doesn't say that. When you give some food to cat, he acknowledges that you are providing the food for it. The cat. But unfortunately, when it comes to interpreting and understanding the creation of the universe, the things in the universe, they say they happen by itself. So when sometimes they write books, and they social media, they are making a lot of money out of it, because they are notorious there. Some people either wonder, or they are on the same line. They enjoy it because that is what they want, to claim their own superiority. So they make a lot of money, and they say, no, why do you take this money? Because I am the author. Not the work happened by itself. You, conscious being, has designed it, wrote it out of your mind, out of your understanding. So where is your mind? Where is your understanding? Ingrained in your being. You are using them and claiming that they belong to me. And you will see when you die, whether you are the owner of it. The verse is saying, hey, you came to us. It's a beautiful verse, by the way. I love it. You came to us as we first created you, naked, zero property. We gave everything to you. And now you left everything we have given you behind. Where are they? And where are they? The Quran says, it is a beautiful verse in section An'am, somewhere around 96, 97 or something there. Verse 97. And if you want to search it, it's beautiful and you can read it. وَلَقَدْ جِئْتُمُونَا فُرَادًا كَمَا خَلَقْنَاكُمْ أَوَّلَ مَرَّةٍ. It's beautiful, beautiful. So simple, so real. You cannot say no at all. Truth, full truth. Anyways, the Quran is always like this. Continuously raising your head. We understood raising my head is not arrogance, isn't it? Addressing the source of existence of that thing that you are utilizing, benefiting. And studying carefully my most beautiful names, make your sciences and your progress steps by which you ascend to the heavens. Now, Adam made a mistake temporarily and were sent to earth. Now, couldn't raise his head. And then from the earth, he utilized his, what was the word? Great. Supreme trust. I was looking for the word. Supreme trust, it means if you like, the packet of whole names in his spirit. Used it and taken back to paradise again by asking, I made a mistake. It was a mistake. Istighfar. That's why we may not be able, which is very human, and it is always with me anyways. I cannot really fulfill my responsibility. I know I haven't been doing that, but this example of Adam again, going back to heaven, paradise again, by making istighfar. It means repenting what he has done so far. Then you may rise to my Dominical names. It means names of Rububiyyah, Isma al-Rububiyyah. Names, it means absoluteness of my names, which are the realities and sources of your sciences. That is the key point. That is the key. Which are the realities and sources of your sciences and in attainments, your sciences and attainments, everything you are successful in, whatever, using using the qualities I have given you in your packet of spirit. It is there. And you may look to your sustainer so you can directly communicate to your Lord, to your Rabb, with your hearts, with your human senses, human qualities, supreme trust, with your humanity, human side, not your matter side. Matter side belongs to material side of this earth. Forget about it. Don't worry about death. This death is subject to your body. Don't worry about it. So it is you are not body anyways. So you may look to your sustainer with your heart. They call it the eye of hearts, and communicate with him. The Quran says there are some faces which will see their Lord. Yep, in the hereafter, it must be so. But here, this seeing may be through our heart, which means Heart is the representative of all qualities that are given to us in the language of the Quran. Qalb, fu'ad, there are two words for it, depending on the context. They have slightly different shades of meanings. That is now our subject, but through human capacities, you can directly communicate with your creator, but don't see that. I don't see anyone. No, you see the qualities manifested in it, and the Quran says, hold on these qualities and climb up to the heaven. It means it is honor in your heart, not in your eyes, in your heart. Through the telescope of the names, use the telescope of the names. It means in a matter, in one plant, you see that really the beautifier, the name of beautifier, Mujammil in Arabic, in the language of the Quran, Mujammil, manifested there. Take this one, use it as a telescope, you will see that the whole universe has this quality. Nothing in the universe is given existence without any decoration on it, without any embellishment on it, which is so amazing that they are, maybe all of them, but I haven't investigated in this area. Mostly, let's take the precautions, mostly symmetrical, complementary, two sides is created, in the beauty is manifesting them, so that giving no chance that this happened this way. But that's my very simple example. One wing of a bird is designed perfect and decorated perfect. Same decoration found in there. If it is a random development, how these two wings could have happened exactly symmetric, matching each other in every detail. This is something else. Other metals are different. The metals are different of the other wing are unimaginable. You cannot explain it in material sense at all. So use one example as a telescope and see that whole universe is full of the manifestations of this quality. So that this is the telescope of the names. You can be sure that you can be in the presence of your creator. Here it is with you, treating you in his actions. Not his essence, his personality, I will see it. I don't need it. I need his quality is treating me in this world. So mother is, for example, I am a child and my mother is in the kitchen and keep saying, I love you, my son, I love you, my son, but she doesn't prepare as a young child, let's say, justify it. But she doesn't prepare the breakfast. I love you, I love you. No, you can see the love of your mother in the way she treats you. Otherwise, you cannot see the sense of love in her being unless she manifests it. That is why in the action where she manifests it, she doesn't have to say, I love you anyways. Yep. As the Quran says, I treat you with my mercy. Everything is created in the world is my mercy. And that's enough. The universe is witnessing it. She doesn't, the Quran doesn't need to say that, oh my ibad, I love you, all of you. It's pointless claim. As some people say that the Quran doesn't say that God loves you. Quran says, by referring to his acts, everywhere, in every part of the Quran, you find the idea that God loves me because everything is created by his mercy. So this is beautiful. That is how the miracles of the Prophet should be understood. It is unimaginably beautiful. So this is the really miraculous way of teaching the Quran. Inshallah, the time is up. I will stop here. And inshallah, we will continue from a significant point and important mystery next week. Okay, please, I'm waiting for your comments and your any concerns and maybe questions. Otherwise, we have to stop. It is